Hello guys, and as a software engineer, I always thought that it's kind of unfair that people from marketing team or the people who kind of just doing some kind of distribution or the one who came up with some like ideas about the product, that they've given so much more money than we developers. Because I was always thinking that that's so fucking unfair, because developing is so much harder. I mean, to be software developer, to like develop stuff, it's so much more complicated. It's so much more valuable, because to be able to really write code, you really need to fucking learn a lot. And it's a pretty hard process, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort. And then you working with all these technologies, with all this stuff, it's really fucking exhausting. And I was thinking that it's basically the hardest path of creating some kind of product, right? So I was always thinking that coding, programming, software engineering is the hardest path. But recently, because I was working on creating my own products, right? So I'm trying, I don't know, my last year, I'm trying to create my own products, my own business, and to get customers. And I'm realizing that actually software development and creating new products, it's not the hardest part. It's fucking the easiest part. Because really, it's so fucking easy to create software. I'm realizing it just now, that how fucking easy it is to really create a software, but how difficult it is to create the right software and then to find a fucking clients for that. And in this video, I just wanted to talk about that more, because I've always had this developer ego, and now I'm starting to realizing that it's not true. Yeah, I just basically wanted to talk about it, why I've come up with this conclusion and what are my arguments for that. And the reason number one is programming is very predictable and straightforward. Basically, you have your IDE, you have your code, and each time when something doesn't work, you have error message, right? You can see why it's not working, or you can test it, you can debug it. It's so many different ways how you can fix it, right? And the best thing is there's always a solution. I've never seen like a problem in software that is like not solvable. You always can solve it, because it's so predictable. It's so straightforward. It's basically like a math. It's like 1 + 1 is always 2. Exactly the same is in programming. It's always a solution. It's always the choice. It's always the right path. You can always find it. And any problem you have, you can easily, I mean, not easily, sometimes you need days or weeks to solve it, but at the end you will always solve it, because everything is straightforward, everything predictable, everything is very solvable, right? There's always a solution, you always can find it. You just need to keep moving forward, don't give up, and you will solve any programming problem. And you have basically 100% of the environment, right? Because everything that's happening because of the code that you have. So you have full control, you are fully in charge, you can fix everything, you can find everything will be fine. But in business, in really trying to build your own product, it's complete opposite. You don't have the full control. You can do everything that you can, and you can still fail. Success is not guaranteed. And that fact was shocking to me. Like, wait a minute, I can do everything right. I created a good product. I'm trying to validate it. I'm trying to distribute it, and I'm still getting no fucking users. But I did everything right. How it's possible? Welcome to fucking business. It's like you can do everything right. You can spend money on ads. You can follow every best practice in business, and you still fail. And you cannot fucking find why it is. Like, you have some clues, maybe that, but there's no true reason. There's no fix of it. If your core business idea is trash, if, I don't know, if you don't have any clients, if your product just doesn't fit the market, you can't fix it. You can't. I mean, you can try to improve something, but there's no real fix. By fix, I mean just make it work completely correct, like we are used to do it in software engineering, right? In business, that doesn't exist. There's no fixing. We humans, we are really chaotic. I mean, and IDE compilers are very predictable. You can always predict what will be the output with your console or with your code, and you have no fucking clue what will happen with your business idea. I mean, you've created some product and then you have no fucking idea, and you can trying to validate it, but still, I mean, there's no guarantee, and there's no guarantee. I think that's my biggest problem, because it's very hard for me to keep moving forward with like, there's no guarantee. I'm not sure. I mean, like, that's my probably like the biggest problem. And I would say that the reason number one is the so-called death of MVP mode. What do I mean with that? Earlier, programming was pretty hard, because if you cannot program, you always need some kind of programmer, right? Because even for like small MVP, you need a good developer to create it. It was how it used to be, right? But now everybody can create MVP thanks to AI, right? I mean, like, even like my mama, who has like no fucking idea, she can create something. She can just to talk to Claude, give him a couple of ideas what she thinks it should be, and here we go. She got a product. So I mean, this barrier to start, it's never has been so low. I mean, everybody with any idea can create an MVP. That's why like MVP now are kind of worthless, because everybody can create MVP within a day. Within one day, you can create MVP for almost any product, right? Thanks to AI. With like Claude Code, literally one day you will create any MVP in one day, any MVP. And it was never possible. I mean, like, if you think about like how it was even like 2 years ago, even when already there was a ChatGPT and AI stuff, 2 years ago, it wasn't possible, because all this AI was only in chat, and the code they given was like very shit. Nothing was running correctly. But now you open Claude Code, and it fucking works immediately correct. And because of that, kind of the worth of the developers is also going down. I mean, of course, for like huge and very secure, big development, big architecture, AI might not be in the position to create it. And for that, you need a senior developers. But if you're talking about some micro-SaaS project, about some startups, about some early on products, AI is more than enough. I mean, AI is really enough for some kind of small product that only like a couple of 100 people gonna use, right? So if like your tool is only used by, I don't know, 10 people, 20 people, 100, I'm pretty sure that you don't have to write any of the code. I'm pretty sure everything can be done with AI. I mean, personally, although I am a software developer and I was coding before AI was even like was a thing, right? So I was coding everything with my hands. But now, like last at least 6 months, I think I didn't write almost a single line of code. Everything was created by AI. And basically because of that, kind of the value of having these code abilities are going down, especially in business world, right? Because every non-technical founder can now be your competitor. And that you are a software engineer is not an unfair advantage anymore. Yeah, of course, sure. If you have technical background, you still can understand the whole system better. You can do kind of like better prompts and better use with AI. And then you also kind of, if something goes down, you can debug it better than non-technical. Okay, there's still some benefits, but they're small. And if everybody can create an app now, most value are idea validation and distribution. So basically, what are you building and how do you gonna like present it to the world? Because presentation to the world is really fucking important. Because let's imagine we have just 2 apps, right? We have 2 apps. App number 1, it has a very, very good code quality, right? It's like perfect architecture, perfect features, everything works just perfect. Everything works really good. And the whole app is really, really nice, like really good app. It's like everything from technical perspective was done nice. Everything is 10 out of 10. But basically the idea concept is garbage, right? People do not really wanna use this app because nobody really need it, or there's a huge competitors, or the market is too small, and so on, right? And we have a second app which has like pretty bad code quality. Some kind of bug exists. UI is not perfect. There's errors there. I mean, users constantly are counting some kind of small bugs or inconvenience, and also design is pretty bad. This app has very, very good positioning on market, so people really need this app. It's something they really need to use because it solves some kind of pain they have, and it's almost one of the few apps that doing this really, really good. And this app is very good distributed. So it means a lot of people are already known of this app. A lot of people heard about this app, and a lot of people are using this app. And the question of which app will make you way more money, and the answer is of course the second app, because user can forgive you some problems with code. I mean, we all using fucking tools like, I don't know, like fucking Microsoft tools, and every one of them is fucking garbage. Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, I don't know, PowerPoint, every fucking tool is such garbage. I don't know, when I'm using these tools, I've always have so much pain in my fucking soul because I have to use these fucking Microsoft tools. Every which of them makes me fucking sick, but you know what? I'm still using them because they're so fucking famous, because they have so many features that I need. So I'm kind of forced to use them, and a lot of bugs, a lot of problems, but there's good concept, good market fit, good distribution, very well known. And there's other apps. I don't know, the apps that I, for example, built, right? One of my last startups where was like, when I was like talking about in my last video, I think it was like very good code, very good architecture, no bugs, everything was working almost flawless, and I had no users. Why? Because the concept, the core idea was trash, and because people wasn't really aware of app existence because of the poor distribution. Yeah, basically what I want to say with this video is that the most important stuff now are distribution and idea validation, and exactly those skills are what I'm missing. I'm not good on neither of it. I'm very bad validator because I'm not really good at like talking to people, validating idea. I mean, I'm trying to make it better. I mean, I'm trying to talking to customers. Maybe I'll do next video about that, but I'm very bad at that. And also this distribution, I don't know, man. I don't really know how to distribute. I mean, there's like some simple ways, like, yeah, post it on your Reddit or like post it on a product hunt or something like that, right? But it's not effective. I don't know. It's not effective. That's what I'm doing basically like last months. I'm trying to learn these skills, how to distribute, how to really idea validating, because I really understand this. All these business skills that I was neglecting, they are most useful skills. I mean, it's way more important to really find this good idea, like this, not idea, I would say, but even like pain that user have. You have to kind of solve pain and then to distribute it to the right market and right people, and it's really hard. And I also wanted to say that like programming is very good if you are in this kind of bubble. And what I mean in programming, you can always see if something is done. I mean, you have your story, you have your feature, you have your requirements, and when you've done with them, it's done. You did it. You feel success, you feel this dopamine. Yeah, I did it. But in business, like, there's no such thing as like done. Like, what the fuck is done? I mean, your first customer, is it done? No. I mean, your first 10 customer, is it done? No. Probably like even your first million customers, it's still not done, because you have to always kind of keep moving forward, improve it, and trying to get more and more customers, right? So there's no such thing as done. Exceptionally, when I like created my first couple of startups, it was like, I was thinking that it's done when I'm kind of publish it, right? I've published it, it's go live, maybe I've created a post on Product Hunt or something, and I was like, okay, I did it, I done it, my app is published, I'm done. But then it's nothing. But then you feel this dopamine, and it's false because you don't have any client. I literally had like 0 paid customers, and I was feeling like, yeah, I've achieved something, but what I've achieved? I've created an app. For what? If I have 0 paid customers, for what? For whom? Yeah, so basically like software engineering is very predictable, very straightforward, very linear process, I would say. It's like, I would say the software engineering is the best compare it to the gym, because I'm also a gym bro. So it's like very similar in sense of everything, it depends on you, exactly your input is your output. How many times you invest in it, it will be a success. It's very predictable, very straightforward, very linear process, right? So I don't know, you're giving more effort, and with the time you're getting better, no matter what, right? I mean, if you are programming every day for 2 hours, then you will be like very good in 1 year, right? And you will be a good developer, you creating features, you fixing bugs and everything. Exactly the same with a fucking gym, right? If you are consistent, you eating good, you working out good, then you will be jacked, right? But with business, with idea validation, distribution, all this stuff, it's not like this. I mean, you can spend like a year creating product, launching it, and then you will have zero. You will have no customers at all. Can you imagine something like this with gym, when you've worked out for like a year, and then at the end, like, yeah, all your muscles are gone. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And all your muscles are just gone after the year. And you're like, wait, what? All that I was building is just gone because my launch was bad? What the fuck? So doing a business, it's very risky. It's not straightforward. Success is not guaranteed, and because of that, it's so fucking scary that I'm constantly questioning myself, like, am I even going in the right direction? Because you don't see any signs of success, right? Because everything is uncertain. You don't see, like, it is with programming, that each time you're getting a bit better, solving more complex problems and so on. And you also don't see, like, a gym with every time you a bit more stronger, can do a bit more, and you don't see it in business, right? It's like you're doing effort, but everything is like on this line, right? So nothing is going above. You don't see any result. It's like everything going here. And it's very demotivating. That's why I just wanted to say why it's like so fucking much harder to do that as opposed to software developing. The software developing is really, now with AI, is for sure is the easiest part. Like, the easiest part when I'm creating this business is to actually create the product. It's literally the easiest part, because I can create any product. Any product you can name, I can create it. But the questions will be, is the product really needed by any customers, and how I will get customers? Those are the biggest problem. I don't have problem with, like, how can I implement it? How can I know? I can create anything, but how do I get real customers? Yeah, whatever, guys. That's all I wanted to say. Have a good day. Bye.